check, see how far it is. Get out to... What's her face? Oh, it's far. Let's see if I can get out there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna head out to Felicity. See what, see what goes on.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage.
This Imperial Eagle one jump uses half the fuel tank. Man, I missed my timing back already. I don't have a problem jumping when I'm not in the Imperial Eagle.
Fuel scooping.
Since this Imperial Eagle is not the ship I commonly use, I just like using it for combat more than I like using my Diamondback Explorer.
Warning, temperature critical. Fuel scoop disengaged.
You alright?
Frame drive charging. Four, three, two, engage. Fuel scooping.
Figures the good stuff comes up after I left. But what can you do? I'm already several jumps out, I'm not coming back. Yeah. Danny's probably having a bad dream thinking about you losing to a python. I thought I...
Drive charging. Four, three, two, engage. Warning, temperature critical. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage. Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged. Fuel scooping. Frameshift drive charging. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage. Fuel scooping.
I hope I don't limp all the way out to Felicity and then not have G1s. I don't have the blueprint pinned.
Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Danny would take me up behind the woodshed and hit me with a rock for it, but some part of me still wants to.
Three, two, one. Engage.
Fight with a fat ship. Fat, slow ship instead of a small, fast one. What'd you say? Yeah, if I could afford a Type 10 maybe. But I know I can't.
Fuel scooping.
Yeah, I've heard. Not that particular thing about it, but that it's, some people love it, some people hate it. Just like everything else.
Warning. Temperature critical. Fuel scooping complete.
This guy's name is Ass Fan.
Frameshift drive charging.
Thank you, Ass Fan.
Four, three, two, one. Engage. Fuel scooping.
At some point, I'm gonna step away and get a cup of coffee. I don't think it's gonna be right now. I'd like to get where I'm going first. Did you get the Fer-de-Lance and kick their asses?
Fuel scooping complete.
Okay.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage.
Yeah.
Fuel scooping.
I was thinking earlier, I was flying this and I was thinking, I got enough money now, I could go for the Type 6. I'm like, you know, Danny would hit me with a rock. I don't know how good they actually are. The Type 6 is not a good fighter, but the Keelback, if you got help, isn't so bad. Type 6 is like 1 1/4. Keelback is like 3 1/3. And then you gotta put, yeah. How much is it for Lance? 50? Yeah, I ain't got 50 on hand. I was doing the road to riches and I was money, and then I don't know. I got distracted. I came and helped at you guys. Which I don't mind, I get distracted.
Fuel scooping complete.
Shit happens. Because I got the browser-based program on my phone that tells you, if you tell it where you're at, it'll tell you how to get to the closest part of the road the ridge is, and then it'll list a sequence of stars or systems to go through. And I was using it, and it was working, I was making good money, I just got distracted. So I'll go to this Felicity thing. If you're not getting your head kicked in, then I'm gonna go back to that. But it's a little bit more miserable than I'm used to fly this Eagle. Yeah. Good. But yeah, flying this Imperial Eagle anywhere is less comfortable for me than I'm used to, because this is still set up for combat, so it's pretty short jump range. It's jump range like 15. So I'm bouncing all over creation.
Fuel scooping.
Yeah, I knew it had short range. Everyone says that it's got short range, but it's not an Explorer. Yeah, this Imperial Eagle is so biased towards combat survivability and effectiveness as in a support role, like when flying next to you or Danny or both. It's got no range at all. I go through a visible chunk of fuel just flying around skirmishing. You know, in and out of Super Cruise. I think it mounts like a 2C tank with no auxiliary. Let's see, I'd like a cup of coffee and probably use the bathroom and to get where I'm going. I don't even recognize these systems that I'm jumping in and out of to get where I'm going.
Fuel scooping complete.
It's all the unnamed... What? No. I got nothing.
Charging.
Yeah, I have. But this is so stripped that it doesn't have a advanced discovery scanner on it.
3, 2, 1, engage.
It's got shield booster, hull reinforcements, you know, survivability things, and just normal combat stuff. Okay, now I'm getting to the final system.
Fuel scooping. Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one, engage. Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Oh my. Hmm. Let's see if I can land. Whoa, it's a little bit too fast.
Orbital flight engaged.
How you doing over there? It's good. Glide failed too steep, my ass. Can you lock him, mass lock him with that? No. Guess not. Mm-hmm.
Access granted. Proceed to landing pad 06.
Landing gear deployed.
Okay, I'm parked. Use the bathroom, I'll be
Touchdown
back.
complete. Engaging ship restraints. Your arrival has been noted.
Okay, let's see what Felicity has for me. And see, I don't have enough for that, but I do have enough for that. It's 4%. Mm. Yeah, I didn't have the stuff she wanted. I did.
Ship restraints disengaged.
Landing gear
Commence
retracted.
departure.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Fuel scooping. Shields offline.
I'm okay.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage. Frameshift drive charging.
It's that time of year. Taxes.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Warning. Temperature critical. Fuel scooping.
That's a son of a bitch. Some of these parts are expensive. Yeah, and I'm looking at on the Coriolis website where you can build out the ships. Shield generator costs more than the ship does. So I'm like, that ship's not so bad. It's got some pretty good stats, and you just hit it with the presets for combat. And then you scroll down, and it's $20 million to outfit a $3 million ship.
Fuel scooping complete.
Oh my, give me an aspirin.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, one. Engage. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
It's the wizard.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage.
It's going pretty good. Driving this damn Imperial Eel across the cosmos, trying to get it back to Magnus.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Thank you. I think it's cool looking. Kinda get smacked like a fly sometimes, but
Frameshift drive
it's cool
charging.
looking. Isn't that what matters?
Four, three, two, one. Engage.
I wouldn't do it in this, but I could probably take that pen blueprint and get on EDDB and look up the things she wants and how to get them, and then just go looking. Felicity, Wizard Felicity. I wanted dirty drives and I didn't have the resources she wanted.
Fuel scooping complete.
And this thing is not set up to jump, that's why it's also stripped out for combat modules. That's why I'm refueling every time I open my mouth. It seems like I'm refueling. I apologize, man. I'm talking to someone that you can't hear. So it's kind of like holding a phone to both sides of your head. No, it's the other one. See, it's not Elvira wants the Soontil relics. I've already given that to her. This is the one that wants
Shields online.
the meta alloy, which I've already given to her. But yeah. This guy's asking me, you said it was the one with the Soontel relics? No, it's the other engineer.
Frameshift drive.
And I'm not
charging.
running no shield to increase jump range. I had the shield generator and shield booster turned off.
Four, three, two, one. Engage. Fuel scooping.
I regret not putting a bigger fuel scoop on this ship. Because I think it's got a 2A scoop on it. It maxes out at 42. It's keeping me from running out of fuel. But since I gotta refuel after every jump, I go through about 60% of a tank each jump, it's keeping me from suffocating out in the middle of space, but that's about it. No, Wizard, I know where to get the alloys, and I've already got the alloys, and I've already given the alloys for the donation. It's something else that she wants for one of the other upgrades that I don't have. I think it was phosphorus or something. It's probably pretty common.
Fuel scooping complete.
Mm-hmm.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, I kind of figured it was going to be a natural resource. Not that worried about it.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Find it however.
Engage.
And yes.
Warning, temperature critical.
Yeah. This is the danger zone right here. We're gonna stop moving. Hopefully I didn't just fuck myself. Where am I jumping to? Okay. Star type V.
Frameshift drive charging.
We're gonna cross our fingers that I just plotted this course right. Or I'm gonna die. This ship does not carry enough fuel. I should not have done what I did. I should have put a bigger fuel tank on it. Before something, or before I came out here. Because I'm making one last jump. And if it doesn't, I'm going off the KGB foam. Yes, I was gonna say if it doesn't take me to a star that I can scoop, I am going. never.
Fuel
I
skipping.
found one. I did the jump, and the jump took me down so low that I was between the F and the E in fuel. I'm scooping now. We're good. Oh, and there's a democracy here. Yeah. Oh, Danny boy. The pipes are calling. My languages. Not much, Kilo, not much. Just, trying not to die. To die out here in space. I would feel bad if I had to ask Mantis to come get me, because he'd probably say no. Let's see. I'm doing better than I was last Monday. It doesn't feel like I got hit in the face with a rock anymore. Yeah. I didn't want to, but I work at a place that also has a school inside of it, and the school's not always in session. It's like a vocational school, and and it's just me and my boss runs the whole place, and then a teacher will come in from out of town to teach the class, and when the class is over, he leaves. If a class is going on, neither one of us are allowed to take off work. The surgeon called me the Wednesday before the surgery and said, "We're calling to confirm your appointment for Monday." I'm like, okay, that's fine. And then I went back and looked at the calendar after I got off the phone with them. They called me on my cell phone and looked. They changed the appointment date from the 29th to the 22nd. And it was the Monday before a class, and they're like, you can't take off work. I'm like, well, I'm going to this doctor's appointment. And I did, and I was there for like 4 hours. 3.5 hours having surgery done, and then when I got done with the surgery, they're like, here's 800 milligrams of ibuprofen. We're sending you to this other doctor to have prosthetics work done.
Temperature critical.
And just, like, from there, I ended up at work, but I work 8 to 5. The surgery started at 8. I didn't get to work until 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so I went to work for 1 hour and then went home. They still wanted me to come in. But it's not so bad. All week I managed to do virtually nothing at work because they're like, you can't take off work. I'm like, well, you want me here? I'm not doing anything. I'm not gonna be a deadbeat, but you guys won't let me take off work. I'm gonna take my vacation right here. I'm gonna recover in the office. I can still get up and walk around. I just can't, I'm on a weight restriction. I can't pick up anything more than 10 pounds for a week. And I work in a distribution center. What do you want me to do? No, I want to take a seat. That's exactly what I did.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage. Fuel scooping.
You still with me, wizard?
Warning, temperature critical.
What? Am I overheating? I am overheating.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh shit, I disengaged the
Fuel scoop
drive next to a
disengaged.
star. Don't do that. Let's not
Frameshift
cook the
drive
ship and the
charging.
people in it. I mean, some of these ships, like my my Eagle, I could deal with there being one person, but like your Fer-de-Lance, it's hard to believe there's only one guy in the entire ship.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Like, the way they make it look with this this Eagle and the size of the guy in the cockpit, this thing is like the size of a school bus with wings. It's not very big at all for an interplanetary ship.
Fuel scooping.
Oh jeez. Who's this guy? You alright,
Fuel
Danny?
scoop disengaged.
Sound like you just woke up. Okay. Oh! I didn't even see you slip in there. What do you want? It didn't even give me a notification that you came in. See, now it came in. It must update every 2 minutes or something.
Gutemeyer, Sierra November Oscar. This is Federal Flight Control. Request docking if you wish to land.
Oh, well, let's put that away.
Landing permission granted. Assigned to landing pad 1-4.
Landing gear deployed.
Hey Mantis, I got a friend of mine that's hasn't bought the game yet, so he's probably gonna ask a bunch of questions. Do you want me to split the party so you and Danny can stay here and I can go help him, or and then I will come back when I'm done with that. 'Cause I think Danny just woke up and he doesn't need that much chatter in his ear. Can you hear me? Oi. Oi. Now I can hear you. I don't know what the issue was. I had to, yeah, I had to mute you, unmute you, and then cycle it back. Now I can hear you. What's going on? This game? Yeah. Okay. It's about what I paid. No, I didn't hear anything from you. Elite Dangerous, the way that they structured this game is a little bit weird. It doesn't have anything to do with the way it functions, but when they first came out this game back in 2014, they put out this thing called Elite Dangerous Core. That is the physics engine. That is what it says everyone's logged into. And then there's all these folders that add onto it when you install the game. But Elite Core is just a physics engine. How much space? I don't know. I have a spare 2 terabyte drive that I've replaced with an 8 terabyte drive. I was asking you how much space you had. Because I was going to give one to you, and then my boss, which he has an Xbox, but he bought it for the Blu-ray player, so he don't need a 2 terabyte. To give him the other one, but I decided not to. Yeah, I got a 2 terabyte. I had two 2 terabytes, and I've replaced it with a Seagate 8 terabyte that has 2 USBs on the front. So I was actually running 16 terabytes. And I was running 12 terabytes, and I didn't need it because I only had like 7 terabytes of stuff, plus the 1 terabyte that's in the Xbox One X. So I'm like, I got too much space, but I wanted the USB ports back. So now I have an 8 terabyte that occupies 1 port and creates 2. So now I can have my flight stick plugged in. I can have my Kinect plugged in. Anything else I want plugged in on the USBs because they're USB 3.0s. Why did I go into this? Oh, I know what I wanted. It's your choice. Yeah, sure. It says, sometimes it gets loud at your house, but it's pretty quiet right now.
Alright, my audio should be included now. I'm gonna hop on some Warframe. Check all our stuff out. I haven't been on it in a while.
I haven't been playing video games at all, really, for a little while. Like, I was playing this last or weekend before last. Then last weekend I worked Saturday, and I felt tired all weekend, so I just kind of like loafed around, didn't really do much.
Yeah. That was
Viper,
moving out.
Diamondback, Aspects, Python, Arborvet. Give me back my damn Diamondback.
Hold on.
That was what's his shit, I'm drawing a blank here. Kilo, the one viewer that's in the chat with you. He tunes in a lot. He said he'd probably buy the game, but he didn't know when. That reminds me. Do I have any missions that I need to do? Bounty. Oh. Bounty in Federation, 31 grand. 202 in Frog Core. I wonder if I can just grab that now. Yes, I can. I'm gonna have to go back out the Frog and turn in these bounties. I don't even know where Frog is. Shit. Where did he say it was? Oh, I remember. Easy.
Oh man.
This game is like huge. Like if you don't know where you're going, you can get lost.
What was that? What was that game on the? What's that game on the PC? Is that Everspace? I don't
EverQuest?
think it's Everspace. No, it's a space game. I don't know. I have it on my PC. Playing it a little bit. I don't remember what the name was. That game kind of reminds me of that. I don't know if you ever get out of your ship on that game either, though.
You can get out into like a Mars rover, but you're not out of your ship on foot.
Right. That's one reason I like Star Citizen. I just love what they did with that game, man. That's why I'd like to get it. I don't have a PC that could even run it right now, so.
Woo. No.
Four new messages. Oh, it was double affinity. Wait a minute. That's today, isn't it? Yeah. Double affinity weekend this weekend, Craig.
TZ Mariatis. Might have to hop on. I'm trying to get something done here in this game, and it is. I'd also like a cup of coffee, but can't have everything, right?
Oh. Greg. My dog died.
It died. Got a disease and died.
Yeah. No, internal deterioration caused by lack of DNA stabilization.
Huh.
Yeah, so Ortis took the liberty of ejecting its remains into space. So now the incubator's free.
Did you have it in stasis?
Landing gear retracted.
No. And I haven't been on. Usually, I was getting on every single day. I didn't expect not on every day. I need an 8 incubator core, and I already have an egg sitting there. It's a different kind of egg. I don't know what kind of egg it is, but
Scan detected.
that sucks, man. Bummer.
Frameshift drive charging.
Here to I think I was doing something in the clan day, though. I think I stopped playing so much because you weren't getting on here. You kept getting on other games. And I'm like, well, this is kind of boring.
You are clear to resume.
Still plan on getting on. It's just someone asked me, you know, oh, I already had this game. Someone's like, it's like we're all getting together to, you know, to play it. And I'm like, well, I really haven't done much in this game. They're like, well, just give it another try and, you know, play with us. And I said, you know, I guess so. I bought the game for a reason, I guess. So,
I forgot her name.
Fuel sweep disengaged.
yeah, I think I might go get a cup of coffee.
Oh, you know
maybe
what,
some
Craig?
food. Yes.
Come down to the first level. There's nothing left of the first level in here.
Weren't you taking
Besides
stuff
the
out?
elevator. Yeah, so nothing's left of the fourth floor. Besides the elevator. We can, I think I was debating whether or not to keep the elevator and put like the observatory down here by itself. But that's kind of a waste. So let's destroy the room. Now I can't use the elevator while destroying the room. Oh yes I can, holy crap. Last time I tried, oh maybe, I don't know. Cool, there we go, okay. Yes, because there's a third floor. Did I finish building whatever I built in here? What is this? Oh! Oh shit, Craig. What have I done?
What did you do?
I built another great hall. Oh, greater hall. Holy crap, this room is huge. I think I did because I wanted to build the really big one. Which I don't even where they at. Let's see.
All I know is that I'm about to
Yes, you have the grand and then the grandest hall. That's the two to the left. So I built the clan greater? Yeah, greater hall.
I was thinking about this the other day, that since this game I'm playing now, it's like if you get on, time can like slip away from you really easy. It takes a long time. Like you get on
To get anywhere in it.
Not really to physically like get somewhere, but like if you're doing something like with your friends, like before you came in, I was out bounty hunting. It's like he was finding something, you were in a battle, another battle, you know, like just like fighting. You can look and you can be like, oh no, it's 4:30, and then you look again, it's like, damn, it's 7:30. Like time just slips
Yeah, I
away
hate
from
that.
you, and so this game, I'm kind of like, you know, I usually can only play from like 7:30 in the evening till whenever I get off to go to bed. If I gotta work the next day, I don't work tomorrow. I don't work the day after that.
Oh, that's
So I'm
all,
kinda
guys.
like-
You know if Hunt Valley horsepower, if they're
Yeah,
gonna do
there
this
probably
much, it's
is. I
gonna be
mean,
decent.
it's supposed to be 57 degrees tomorrow or something like that.
Right, I might go.
I thought about pulling the bike out. It's only been in storage for like 40 days and going up there, but then the wind hit me. Or I did jog through the warehouse today at work. With the bay
Yeah,
door
it's a little
open.
chilly for
It
that.
was a little bit chilly. I was like, you know what? I might just take the car, or I might just stay in bed. I don't know.
Well, I would probably taking the BMW. I did put coilovers on it last weekend. I ordered some coilovers. The front sits a little lower than the back. I want to lower the back a little more. I don't remove one of the nuts one of the spanner nuts off of the back. I'm gonna have to remove the other one, but I have a feeling the way it sit, the way the spring, because on the BMWs the spring and shock are separate.
Mm-hmm.
It's not one unit. But the gap from that last spanner nut to the bottom piece is a decent size, decent bit of space, which it may end up being perfect. I could always raise the front a little bit, but it's kind of the way it sits. Okay, so there's one more. We already have an energy lab, right? What's the lab we don't have?
But
Broken lab.
kind of like I'd have to make the decision if I'm going to the car show tomorrow, make it like in the next 2 hours, because once I get to this station, and I'm already very close to the station, I'm about to ask for docking permission. Once I go in this station, I'm going to leave you and the stream. I'm going to turn the stream off and turn it back on when I get back from dinner. I'm just going downstairs to eat. I'm probably going to have to go down and do some prep work. I may drink a cup of coffee with dinner. I'm not feeling tired now, but I don't want to wait for that to hit me and get that burnt out feeling.
Alright.
If I drink that cup of coffee, I'm not going to the car show tomorrow because I'll be up too late.
It's up to you. I'm thinking about going in the morning.
It's something that I look forward to often and repeatedly, going to the car show. Going to Cars and Coffee and all. It's kind of like, as of right now, I kind of go to take the bike out to have a reason to get out for that nice morning cruise. And when it's cold as tits outside, I'm kind of like, I don't really want to.
Yeah, I mean, the reason I want to go is,
seeing the cars is nice as well.
It's like you don't get to go that often. I mean, you're...
No. I barely ever get to go because schedule takes up 2 weeks of the work takes up 2 weekends a month that I can't go. Weather takes up whatever it takes up. If I'm streaming or watching TV, out doing any social event on Friday night, I don't go because I sleep for a long time. And I've tried, sleeping for less time and getting up to go, and I'm fine. And then about 12:30, 1 o'clock, it hits me like a truck, and and it just throws me off because then I want to go to sleep, and then if I do, then I don't get to sleep till like 3 o'clock in the morning after I wake up. Like I'll sleep from like noon or 12:30, 1 o'clock to like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and then I won't be able to get to sleep until like 3, 4 in the morning, and then I go to sleep then I don't get out of bed till like 1:30, 2 o'clock Sunday afternoon, and then I got to go back to work and be on a normal schedule Monday morning. So if I go to sleep like at 9:30 in the evening on Friday night. I go to sleep, then I'll get up, and then I'll just be up for a long time and go to bed, around like 11:30 Saturday night, and then get up at 10 o'clock in the morning Sunday and be fine. But I don't know. Some nights I will sleep for like, I don't want to say 15 hours. It's too long. For like 12, 13 hours. I don't want to. It's when I wake up.
Yeah.
I've tried different things that kind of help. Right now, I had surgery last Monday, so the doctor gave me some pretty strong pain stuff because they were doing stitches and they were using some power tools and doing some painful things. And
that sounds like fun.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I try not to think about what they did because it makes it hurt a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Most people don't want to hear about it, so I'll privately elaborate because I'm being recorded right now with the stream and all. I don't want to start going into gory details because then that's immortalized. Everyone that rewatches the video for the gameplay gets to hear me talk about this the surgical details, and I'm not going to do that.
How about I have a mute button? Build the Orokin lab. I'm building the Orokin lab, not that I think there's much point in it besides solar rails. I think that's the only point of it.
I think so.
What is
No, I
this
think the
one?
Oracle is this, or yeah, it might be the Orokin Lab. One of them is
Yeah,
Solar
the
Rails.
Orokin Lab is for the cell. Yeah, the Orokin Lab is
Huh. Okay.
Bio Lab. And I need to build those. I need some nanospores. I don't have any nanospores.
Oh, I know why I came out here.
Anyway, I've done quite a bit of work in the dojo, and you know, it's a little different. I'm still working on it. I wish I could just move the rooms around without having to destroy them.
Mm-hmm. Let's see
It
what
would
the
be nice,
passengers
but-
want. Because these passenger missions pay well, but I'm not trying to ferry around some stupid people. Oh my goodness, where do you want to go? Oh.
Right now they have the ghoul purge, 15%.
You know
What else
that
is
that
going
game
on?
has become so popular now that it shows up on my fucking Google News. I look at my
Does
Google
it
News
really?
in the morning. Yeah, I look at my Google News in the morning, and when that Ghoul Purge started, it actually made the Google News. I'm like, damn.
Oh,
I
that's
wish I
also
could
that's
games sort of like that.
that is in the plans of Eidolon, the ghoul purge.
Mission board. Give me something good. Surprisingly, I'm accumulating money in this game. Which, how do I put this? No, it doesn't sound like the game is terribly hard. It's not. The way I play the game, I don't make money that often. Normal people
Right.
be making money.
Yeah, you're far from normal, aren't you?
There's different things you can do in this game, and I mentioned that before, where you can be like, oh, I do combat, I do exploration, I'm a trader, I'm a pirate, whatever, I'm a bounty
Oh,
hunter.
the Void Trader.
Where
The
some
Void
people,
Trader's at the Vesper Relay.
I don't know if I'm gonna have the stuff he wants, but like some of these people,
Yeah, I know.
massacre. Some of these people, they really use the same portrait for two different people. But one of the things that I do primarily in this game, and much to the disdain of the guy that was mentoring me, was helping me out, is I do a lot of exploring. Well, until you get the base amount of money to set up a good exploration ship, you generally just waste your time. Oh my goodness, 100 grand. Why do you want 100 grand to do that? I'd take it, but no, I'm not. Huh. I'd take it. I don't want nothing to do with you. I'm going back to Magnus. But in this game, when you're doing exploration, and when I say exploration, I don't mean the the extreme exploration like some people do. If you're doing exploration, short distances, where you're going around and basically it's something called the Road to Riches, where it's a list of planets, or just a type of list of planets called the Road to Riches, where the planets that are the most
Thank you, honey.
valuable in terms of scanning them and then selling the data.
Landing
Right.
In order to get the most out of that, you need to spend like, I don't know, like 2 or 3 million on equipping a ship, which it's not like in Warframe where it's like $1 million is something you'll never get. $1 million is something that making your first million is very difficult. Like every million after that, it's not so much. But like I went right into it from the get-go. I'm like, no, I'm gonna be an explorer. I'm not gonna fight. I was running around with ships without guns on it,
Right.
all kinds of stuff. And they're like, you can do that, but if you do that and you do a mission that gives you a valuable commodity, you're going to be chased by pirates, and if you can't defend yourself, the pirates are going to kill you. And the pirates in this
Really?
game will actually kill you. If you get... This is pretty close to an actual sim. Like, if you turn flight assist off, and you like roll your ship to the left, the ship will keep rolling until you give it opposing action to stop. I mean, I keep flight assist on, most people do, where the ship will act
That
more
sounds
like a plane
awesome.
in an atmosphere. It'll actually stop rolling at a
That
certain
sounds like
point.
it'd be more fun in VR.
Some people have said that, but I don't have a VR setup and most people don't. But like, let's just, like, one example. I was with my friend Danny, which I actually left his party when, right before I invited you, because he had just woke up. He lives in the UK. And I said, you know, you just woke up, you don't want this chatter in your ear, I'll leave you be. And he agreed.
Well, I was in a machete race. That thing was bad.
But like
What is
I
those
was
void
playing
points?
with Danny once, and there was this valuable
I think you
mineral.
need void credits.
I think so.
Damn, he
It's
has a Santa Fenaris blueprint, dude.
Fuel scooping.
Oh well.
But I was with Danny and we were mining, and it was a valuable resource. And I'm like, I only gotta go one system over. I said, I'll just jump it. You know, just jump the light speed and just jump to the next system. He's like, no, you need to get that back to me. I'm like, that's not that bad. It's just one jump. I'll just jump it, and then I'll go to the space station, the orbiting station. I'll sell it. He's like, no, you need to give it back. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna argue with you. I'll give it back to you. And I didn't think anything of it. I'd been, like, a few days later, I was playing the game. I did a mission that awarded me this mineral, or awarded me like this material, like platinum or something, refined platinum, that's worth like 25 grand a stack. And I'm like, whatever. I didn't even think of it. You know, I was doing a high-paying mission. And I dropped out of warp at a star once to, to refuel, because you can refuel off of certain stars, because the ships run on
Yeah, I
hydrogen.
seen you doing that. Yeah, I seen that when
I dropped
started
out,
watching your stream.
and you can see the text at the top left of my screen, probably where my camera is actually. It'll come up text of what people are saying just in like the CB channel, the open channel, and what it said was, give me $10,000 worth of cargo right now, or I'm going to kill you. And sometimes they say stuff like that, or you'll hear the cops yelling at people, and they're not yelling at you, so you just keep on your way. And then I start seeing tracer fire. I'm like, okay, maybe they are fighting me. I said, you know what? You know what? I got a big dick. I'm just gonna fight them. I died, or I almost died. Right before they killed me, I said, you know what? Just take it, and threw the cargo out of the ship, because in this game, if you die, you don't have to rebuy the ship, but there's an insurance cost that you have to pay to get the ship and the stuff back, and it's what the ship costs plus the cost of every upgrade you put on the ship. And if you can't pay that, you lose the ship and all the full cost. Cent really is not bad. It's called flying dirty.
Not have money to do it, but
well, I mean, that's what they call it, flying dirty. Don't fly what you can't afford to replace. There's some ships towards the bigger end of the spectrum that cost so much to replace that you'll see some people be like, yeah, I got a Corvette, and it's like, yeah, do you have it parked? Yes, I have it parked, because I can't afford to replace it. But the thing is, the Corvette will romp on some people, yeah, like that other guy.
Yeah. That's crazy.
It's not permanent like that. It's just when people first buy these ships, a lot of times, like the Corvette especially, is a famous ship that is very good. And when people get a chance to buy it, they buy it right away when they can't afford to maintain it. Because there's no maintenance costs other than, doing the repair, like if you get damaged. But just flying around, if you refuel off a star, there is no like wear and tear, like weapons condition. Unless you're getting shot or banging into stuff. But like, people buy a ship they can't afford to replace, and so they have to park it. He, on the other hand, was flying around by himself, and was not doing that because he couldn't afford to replace it. He was doing it because the ship that he was using was less combat efficient, but it had a piece of equipment that he could use to to make pirates fall out of warp.
So we get items with special stats on them.
No, it's a piece of equipment you buy called an FSD interdictor that basically allows you to when someone's flying at warp speed, if you're flying at warp speed as well, you can match their speed and then like break their warp bubble, and it causes them to drop the sublight speed, and then you can engage in combat with them.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
But they can do it to you as well, and that's how most of the time how you get attacked for carrying cargo. But yeah, I ejected my cargo, very valuable cargo, right before I died, and they were like, you know, nice doing business with you, and they took the cargo and jetted. But as soon as they did, another pirate that was attracted by the cargo attacked me as well, and I was so weak that as soon as he touched me, I died. I was like, fuck.
Oh,
The guy that was mentoring me, he had told me, he said, don't fly that ship. You know, I could afford to replace it, but he's like, don't fly that ship, it's a turd. Don't fly it when you're by yourself. And I was like, man, you're just trying to be down on me. And it turned out that he wasn't being down on me, but it couldn't defend itself. It's one of those ships where it's probably the smallest ship in the game that can do this, but you can hire a pilot to either man your ship or a fighter interceptor that launches from a fighter bay on your ship, and it's a piece of equipment you have to buy, and it's pretty damn expensive, and equip, where you buy a fighter bay and it takes up one of the slots on your ship that you normally could put a shield generator or a cargo bay in. And you buy this fighter bay, and then you buy a design to put in a design, because the fighters are 3D printed. You buy a design for a fighter, which is pretty cheap. You put it in the bay, and then you hire a pilot to man it. And what the pilot does is he stays in the bay and flies the fighter like it's a drone. And if the drone dies, it just prints a new one. The better fighter bays have the ability to print 2 drones at the same time, so while one's flying, there's a replacement already there, which means if it dies, you can immediately launch another one. The cheaper bays print one fighter, send it out. When it dies, then it begins to print the next one. So
that's a pretty neat down.
I took a ship that had a fighter bay and took the fighter bay off, because I was a dumbass, and when I did, then I got attacked and I had to defend myself. It was my mistake. I like the ship, and he's the guy that was helping me. He's like, man, that ship is not so good. I'm like, I like that ship. I like that ship. And the ship is pretty good, but he insists that it's not very good, and that.
Are you still using it?
No.
Can you upgrade the ships, like the amount of armor they have, or the shield, to make it a good ship?
Each ship has a different amount of slots, and the slots can be different types, and the slots can be different sizes. Larger sizes for the slots means you can mount more powerful things. Certain types of slots are like the core internal slots can only be used for like your reactor, and I'm too close to the station. Can only be used for like your reactor, thrusters, and stuff like that. Man, I was right there next to this mail slot. Okay, there it is. Get oriented. I requested permission to dock, which you have to, or the station kills you when you try to dock. They do, because there's a profession in this game called smuggling. It's pretty like more advanced end of what you can do. And smuggling requires you to not get scanned, otherwise the scan detects that you're smuggling, and will
shoot you.
Yeah, and then they'll try to stop you. But but I don't think that you request docking permission or smuggling. You just haul ass in. Or you might request docking permission and then fly as fast as you can past the scanner so that they don't scan you. Like, you can go so
Right, you
far
don't
as
do it
to
till you
shut
don't
off
know.
the cooling system in the ship so that it doesn't create, so that it's called silent running, but it's like as hardcore as people get when they're like, oh yeah, you silent running. It's like, really? The silent running shuts off your shield generator. It shuts off your cooling system. It shuts down everything except for like the power reactor, your life support, and the engines that move the ship. And then you just begin, as soon as you do, you see your heat gauge just start going up because your water pump's not spinning. And you're just like,
Right.
and if the heat gets high enough, you jettison the fuel out of your ship so it doesn't blow you up. And then if it keeps going up, the components of your ship begin to die. And then if it gets so bad you jettison all your fuel, you go to life support, which is a 40-second countdown, which is the oxygen tank on your spacesuit. And if you don't get more fuel before that runs out, you suffocate. So you don't want to go into silent running unless you have to. But some of these people are just like Smokey and the Bandit, batshit crazy. They will go into silent running with these ships that are stripped out to create low heat, and they will just sit there and just haul ass past all the guards, because if you can get onto the dock before they kill you, then you're successful. And I've done it before, not smuggling, but I had one where it was a passenger mission where a criminal mastermind paid me to take him on a sightseeing adventure. He was considered a wanted felon in the system that he came from, that the mission started at, so I couldn't get scanned there. And at the end of the mission, he wanted me to take him back to that system and take him to this big military starport and land with him on board. I'm like, I can't get scanned or they're gonna shoot me. So I just like came in as quick as I could and turned on silent running. I'm getting scanned, the passengers yelling, don't let me get scanned, don't let me get scanned. And oh my goodness, I got in there and got paid $900,000 for that one mission. So it was worth it.
Nice. They got a game on Xbox called Just and it's $13.
Let's see, shipyard. Let's see what they sell here. If they sell the keel back, I'll buy one. Of course they don't. I sell the S.
The Vanishing of Ethan Carter.
He was flying a Python. Watt and Brittany ship. Huh. This game's got a lot of references to real world people. There's this one ship manufacturer called Watt and Brittany. Instead of Pratt and Whitney, it's Watt and Brittany. But yeah, you can upgrade the ships like, let me go into outfitting so I can tell you the correct thing, and then I gotta go eat. Can you see what I'm doing?
Nah, I'm... Okay,
Somewhere else?
Go on and see what you're doing. Yeah, I'm looking at games that are on Xbox. Cause I know there's supposed to be a few games coming out. So I want to see if they came out or something.
Okay.
Give me a second and I will. And so I forget how to get back.
It should be in 720, so you should be able to see what I'm doing. So you should be able to see what I'm doing.
Yeah, I can see what you're doing. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
Hard points is your guns. The guns fold into the ship when they're not deployed. Utility mounts, you got your heat sink launchers, that's for emergency cooling. Wake scanner and the manifest scanner are for pirating. Kill warrant scanners for bounty hunting. It allows you to scan all known systems, or all systems you've been to. It allows you to check for, you know, kill warrants, for death warrants on people. Heatsink launcher, electric countermeasures, chaff launcher, shield booster, all that. Okay. Core internals. This is what you were asking about. That's the hull of your ship and what it's made out of. You can switch. They don't have stock of it, so I can't show you the options, but they have reflective armor, which is laser resistant. They have, I think, explosive resistant armor. They have bullet resistant armor. They have this lightweight armor here, and then they have one that's just a average upgrade that's good against everything, but not as good as any specialized. Your power plant, that says the size 4A. 4 is the size, the physical size of it. A is the potency of it. I have a good power plant in this because this is an exploration ship and it has to power the best faster than light drive that I can mount in the ship so I can jump the farthest between stars. Thrusters are 4D. That's lightweight. So the ship doesn't move that quick out below light speed.
Hold on, dude.
I hope he's alright.
Yeah, hold on.
Okay.
Let me go check on him.
Yeah, go ahead. I hope the little kid's alright. Speaking of that, I got a chunk out of my finger. It's pretty gruesome looking. Why do I have a chunk missing? I gotta go eat dinner soon. Let's see if what Danny's doing. Danny, Fallout, Mantis is in his whatever he's doing. Okay. I'm gonna take this opportunity to look at this ship and try to figure out what I'm doing with myself. Ooh. Okay. Mission board. Let's see what we got going on here. I'm very friendly with these people, so hopefully they start giving me some good missions. Available missions. 4 million to do some massacring. I might have to. That's the kind of stuff I like to see. That's not far. I can muster the troops and go take out these ships, but there's a pain in the ass to pull them out. 40 grand for a strategic data transfer. It's not. I'm gonna do some surface scanning tonight. I should really go do the road to riches, but damn, everyone wants some planet scan. Donate 1 million to my cause. You must be crazy. I don't really want to do CGs. Okay, here we go. She's the one that should be giving me the good stuff. Required cargo space. Let's see what you're gonna do. Find your targets in the conflict zones of the TZR. Okay, that's where I was already at. Destroy 36 ships for 4 million. I would do that. But I'd also muster the troops because I'm not going out there in a fucking Eagle by myself. Man, man. I can't wait for him to come back. So what I'm going to do is I have his cell phone number. I'm going to check, make sure his kid's alright. But I'm going to multitask and I'm going to go hunt down some food in the meantime while I'm waiting for him to respond. His personal business with his family is his own, so I'm going to try to leave that discussion off the stream as much as possible, but it was an urgent thing, that's why you heard about it there. Otherwise, I'm going to give him his privacy, as I need to give him that respect. So, I will be back on in about an hour. If you don't have... No, I don't want to sign out. I will pick this up in an hour. If some of you are here now and don't tune in later, have a nice night, have a nice weekend, but I'll be back in about an hour, but I'm very hungry and I need some coffee.